So the 17th of August 2024, and I thought I'd take a break from my Letters from a Soldier GoFundMe and do a real short video on one of my other projects. This is the ghost train, I call it. I set this up in my St. Clair County pages, which I haven't been very active on lately, concentrating more on my Romeo and Washington, Michigan history. But the ghost train is what I call the Pere Marquette Train that ran from Port Huron to Almont, Michigan, of about 31 miles, I think it is. So Facebook has been a real good source for me after putting this up. It would run from 1882 to 1942, closing down right after Pearl Harbor in 1941. The decision was made. They'd hoped to have made it go past Almont, but it did not. Today, there's really very little evidence of it having been physically on the ground. All the tracks have been removed or buried. And I thought I would go over the one town of Berville, Michigan. Berville, and make this a little bigger with my fingers. I like touchscreen TVs. This is the town of Berville. It hasn't changed much over the years. I don't recall what the date of this picture is, but it's an old picture. This one is definitely old in Berville. East Side Main Street, Berville, Michigan. Horse and buggy days. So this is probably 1900 plus minus a few years. Berville was on the tracks to Almont from Port Huron, maybe toward the middle of it. It sits in St. Clair County. It's east of Capac, Michigan, and west of Memphis, Michigan, sitting a little bit north of Memphis, a couple miles. Kind of in line with Almont, I think, maybe a little bit farther south. Another one in Berville. This has got automobiles, so we know this is at least 1900 to 1905. Probably a little later than 1905, I'm guessing. See, there's horses still, and there's a car. And then there's this, some wagon wheels or whatever that is. Maybe a farmer contraption. I'll go on to the next one. Here is the depot in Berville, Michigan. Now, I will explain. The depot is still around, but it is not in Berville anymore. There's another one, definitely with the horses. Let me kind of make it smaller. Courtesy of T.J. Gaffney. These old pictures should give credit. He's a historian from Port Huron, Michigan. I've met him a couple times. He's into model railroads. Now this is a more current one, and from the date here, 2018, that's probably about the time I took this picture. Most of the modern color pictures are from my digital camera. It still looks sort of like this now. It looks like this. This is 2017, actually. I think I took the pictures. There's a restaurant there. I recall that my dad and myself and my wife had dinner there a couple times. It wasn't bad. It's a long time ago. More modern pictures of Berville. Now this was back in 2017 when Frontier Communications, they took over the telephone company from Verizon, which took it over from General Telephone. And they're actually putting in some fiber. It was a big project in 2017, which they've never finished, but they have wired a lot of people that have landline phones or used to have landline phones with fiber. This is a beautiful old church. Looks like it's been cared for and restored a bit in Berville. Another view of a church that's in progress of being restored. Okay, now we have gone into Lambs, Michigan. I will kind of end this here and talk about Lambs later. Lambs is one of my more favorite spots. It's only 4 or 5 miles south of me. This shop doesn't exist anymore, but it had a really lively history when the Ghost Train, the Pere Marquette, came through. Goodbye.